Well, after authoring points in 10 consecutive games between November 17th and December the 7th, the Griffins have now dropped 4 in a row, 2 of them in overtime, including last night against the Rockford Ice Hogs. They turn their attention now to the Milwaukee Admirals, who roll into town for the 4th meeting of the season between these two Central Division rivals. Hi, everybody. Bob Kaiser inside Van Andel Arena for our game day preview brought to you by Michigan First Credit Union. Tough loss, no doubt, for Grand Rapids last night as they dominated the opening period and for all intents and purposes should have been up by a bunch instead of being down 2-0 to the visiting Ice Hogs. Grand Rapids would come back, though, and tie the hockey game eventually before losing it in overtime.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way hockey works out sometimes. I thought our first 20 minutes were, really good hockey that we played, and we came out of the period down 2-0, which, it does happen like that, but overall I thought we played a good hockey game.
Well, Chris Terry scored his league-leading 17th goal of the season early in the second to make it 2-1. Turner Elson struck again, his third shorthanded goal of the campaign. It comes in the closing seconds of period number 2.
They got a 2-on-1 shorthanded. Elson in front, they walk it back to Elson, scores! What a give and go! Elson and Colin Campbell, and what a turn of events!
Well, Elson is well on his way to his most productive season, his 6th in the pro ranks. He's already eclipsed last season's point totals, and he's done it in half the games.
Yeah, I haven't had a year like this where I'm consistent with points and being both sides of the puck, even getting points on the PK. That doesn't happen often, but we have a good PK unit, and I'm playing with really good players, so it's helping me confidence-wise and everything else.
Well, despite the loss, the Griffins, of course, still pick up a point. They've now manufactured points in 16 of their last 20 games.
Yeah, we've put a good run together. I think once, we had a lot of guys back from Detroit there at the beginning of the year. Our team's kind of found a way to put ourselves in every hockey game, basically, and as much as we've been kind of falling on the short end of some of the contests lately, we're still getting points. And in a league where you play your division rivals, it feels like every game, especially here during kind of the dog days. But it's important to kind of get those points and try and solidify playoff positioning before it gets tighter in March and April.
Well, the Griffins have points in 12 of 14 games now on home ice, 9-2-1-2 here at Van Andel Arena. Overall, 14-9-2-2. That leaves them in third place in the Central Division, 4 points in back of the first place Milwaukee Admirals, their opponent tonight. The Admirals surging now at 16-9-4. Grand Rapids will be without Carter Kemper for a third straight game. They'll start Hari Sateri between the pipes this evening. And, of course, Wade Megan and Philip Hronik remain with the parent Detroit Red Wings. This is the middle game of a busy weekend. 3 games, 3 nights. We'll be in Rockford tomorrow. We hope you'll join us on radio for that one. 5:35 pregame coverage on Wood Radio. Thanks for joining us today, everybody, for our game day preview brought to you by Michigan First Credit Union. So long from Van Andel Arena.